In this episode of Idea City.
So the bottom line is that the science really needs you. We can devise projects to involve people in research, and we can, in return, get all the data that we need.
Also featured in this episode. Moses Znaimer's Idea City Conference. Ideas change the world.
I think we're also vaguely aware that there's lots of bacteria and stuff on our skin. Though, you have a really long 20-year shower. You come out feeling pretty clean. And then there's Juri Hulcr, come out here and tell us the worlds that live on us.
I'm happy that I had these two people ahead of me who probably scared you away with their stories of insects all around us. I want to show you, my argument is that we don't have enough of them, of little critters in our lives. And that's not only insects, not only plants and such, even bacteria. We need to be more connected with them because we are slowly losing those things, those critters, organisms, everything from our world. We are really facing a major biodiversity crisis. And I'm going to argue that the only way to avoid major problems is to get connected to what's living around us. The main disaster, in my opinion, that's happening now with nature is that we are forgetting what used to be here just a few decades ago. We see that there's still nature around because this is the kind of nature that we were brought up in. But we forgot what it used to be like. And yes, then we have still all these invasive species, and we have the pollution, and we have the actual active deforestation and destruction. But most importantly, I think it's the forgetting. And who will help that? Who will help reconnect us to the nature around us, to the critters that should be living around us to maintain a healthy planet? Well, is it going to be the scientists? I don't think so. And there are a number of reasons why the scientists in themselves are not going to be helpful in saving the planet. One of them is that there aren't that many of us. But the other big problem is that we tend to live in a bubble. So what I came to realize is that the science actually needs everybody else. And there are many ways how we can use your help. And I'm going to tell you a couple of stories of how scientists like myself and my colleagues are using the help of citizens to deliver what we know about the nature, how we can know much more, how we can ask the citizens to essentially collect data for us and increase the knowledge about nature, and at the same time make sure that we are connecting back to nature. Let's say you're a farmer somewhere in the United States, Canada, anywhere. How can you contribute to what I'm doing? I'm studying all these, let's say, extinct trees, like the chestnuts. They are no longer with us. Well, the good news is that some survived. There are few specimens of these chestnuts that are still around, and they are even producing seeds. But we don't really know about them. They are somewhere in the forest, hidden in probably a private forest. We need to hear from you. We need to find those few resistant individuals so that we can start seed banks and new forests founded on those few surviving resistant trees. Why belly buttons? Because really the reason is simple. It's just because foreheads are not as exciting. And we get many more people enrolled if it's belly buttons.
Great ideas are meant to be shared. Join the discussion on Facebook. Moses Znaimer's Idea City Conference. Ideas change the world.
What if you are a family member? What if you feel like you're really far removed from anything scientific? You have kids, what do? Well, you talk to us again and we'll enroll you in the project called the Belly Button Biodiversity. This is about ecology on you. As you know, we are covered with life. Our skin teems with bacteria and fungi. The reality is 99.9% of those organisms living on us are beneficial. We need them. Our genomes evolved in a concert with those organisms living on us. We absolutely need them to have balanced immunity. And so we run this project where we take samples from people's belly buttons. Why belly buttons? Because really the reason is simple. It's just because foreheads are not as exciting. And we get many more people enrolled if it's belly buttons. And we then sample those bacteria and grow them, and we show people those photos of the culture plate that you saw there before. And everyone is exciting, and people put those photos of their own microbes on Facebook as their logos. We can, as scientists, also read the genetic information of these bugs and make these maps. Put your name on a map of microbes, and that essentially tell you how closely related you are to other people around you in terms of your microbes. And it'll make you think twice before you use antibiotics next time. Because with the one bug that's probably making your throat itchy, you're killing 99% of the bacteria that should be on you. And this is a major problem now in biodiversity conversation, overuse of antibiotics. So the bottom line is that the science really needs you. We can devise projects to involve people in research, and we can, in return, get all the data that we need in collaboration with thousands of citizens. If you devise a smart, simple project, you can collect lots of useful data. You can be the citizen scientist. And I hope you then, some of you will one day contribute to some of those projects and help us gather our data, and we'll help you think again about the nature that's not only the distant nature somewhere in British Columbia, but also the nature right around us, some of the insects or the bacteria that live around us. So thank you very much. And if you have any ideas about how to fund these projects, let me know. That's the major challenge. Thank you.
But Juri, I understand that this is an interesting way of getting kids involved, or even people involved in the study of microbiology, but you were billed as the belly button diversity man. So what if I wanted, or somebody here wanted to buy naming rights to what's in, well, pick somebody's belly button, you know, some celebrity's belly button. And are all belly buttons the same? And how many organisms actually do live in a typical...
Guess. How many species of bacteria are in your belly button?
Well, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it weren't a lot. But
oh, in your belly button.
in my belly button.
We found out that the average person has something on the order of 100 species of bacteria, but species is a broad concept, so it's something like you would have 100 species of mammals really living in your belly button. We are not even talking about the rest of the skin.
Right.
And we are not even talking about the inside of your, let's say, the intestine.
Right.
These are thousands and thousands of different species.
Right.
And people differ too. Everybody is slightly different. Some people don't overlap at all in the terms of their species that they live on them. So we are essentially right now getting onto we are scratching the surface of understanding the diversity of life that lives on us. So far, we've mostly studied the dangerous pathogens, but the 99% of those that live on us harmlessly were mostly neglected. And so we don't know much about them. And about half of them don't have names. So if you want to name a bug that lives on your belly button, you have a good chance that you will get to do that.
Okay, that's a whole other discussion where the naming authority is, but I can grapple with the idea that the ones inside us are doing something useful. They're helping digestion and so on. But the ones outside, you say, well, we don't know quite how many they are, and we don't know what they do.
That's right. We don't know what all of them individually do, but we do know for sure that they all together form a stable ecosystem. And you can actually imagine that as a forest. You know, if you take some of the important trees off of a forest, the whole thing collapses because every other organism is dependent on some of those trees. And we have stories from people who participated in our project or who refused to participate because they were grossed out. And then they thought that, oh man, I'm gonna have to wash my belly button much more now. And they ended up with yeast infection. Because we have an ecosystem that lives on us and has lived on us for, you know, decades, in the case of some of us, and we don't even know about it because it's so balanced. So we don't quite know yet how it works, how they collaborate with our immune system, but they do. And we are just starting to understand that.
Okay, last question. What order of magnification would we need in order to be able to see this?
Actually, not much. First, what you can see very easily is if you grow those colonies on agar plate, they're big. They grow, if they don't grow on the skin, but on a very nutritious media, they grow big and they smell like dirty socks because they produce the exact same odors as on your skin. So they would be pretty big. But then the actual single cells, that's harder. You probably don't want to look at that with your typical school microscope. That's harder. But you can see the colonies again, and they're colorful, fun, slimy.
I don't even know how to end this conversation, Juri. That's great.
Let's take a picture.
Get the latest Idea City news instantly. Follow us on Twitter. Moses Neimer's Idea City Conference. Ideas change the world.
All right, children, kiddies, including all you up there in the peanut gallery. Yes, we're going to now end the day with new style, original, authentic, all-Canadian, Balkan, Gypsy, Klezmer, party pank, ragtag, mashup, busking band. Name of Lemon Bucket Orchestra. Where are they? There they are. Are you Mark? Nice to meet you. Splendid.
Set up here. How many like klezmer music? Anyone like klezmer music? We're gonna play a klezmer tune with our own little Balkan klezmer gypsy party punk super twist. And here it goes. You guys ready? Yeah. Раз, два, три, хоп! Thank you very much.
Get the latest Idealist news, presenter information, and watch streaming video at ideacityonline.com. Moses Neimer's Idea City Conference. Ideas change the world.
Thank you.
Mark, do you want to introduce the members of your band? Tell us
Yeah,
where
I
they're
would
from?
love to, actually. First off, how about on that clarinet, playing that solo, John Williams.
Bravo.
On the Sapilcum, Mike Romaniak. On the guitar, Alex Nahirny. Playing accordion, Tanguy Ropals. On the trombone, Carl Silvera. On the saxophone, Chris Weatherstone. Playing the flugelhorn, Michael Lewis Johnson. On sousaphone, Rob Tehan. On darbuka, Josh Singh. On the savage drum, his own contraption, Oskar. And dancing, Stefania Voloshin. My name is Mark Marczyk, and we're called the Lemon Bucket Orchestra. It looks like we have about a minute and a half left, so maybe do one more song and do like double time.
No.
Like that. Let's do it, yeah? A little kucheri? Yeah. Raz, dva, tri, hop, hop! 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 Raz, dva, tri, hop! Kucheri, 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 kucheri. Kucheri, 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 kucheri. Kucheri, 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 kucheri. Oj, ja bym pobił czesala, czesala, czesala. Jak moja mama nie zala, nie zala, nie zala. Jak moja mama nie zala, nie zala, nie zala. And with 30 seconds to spare.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to come in here for a picture.
Idea City is a place where ideas come face to face to inspire and give us hope. At this time, our planet needs it most. Idea City is a place. Everybody sing. Where ideas come face to face to inspire and give us hope. At this time, our planet needs it most. Idea City, gotta bring your ideas to Idea City, where ideas come face to face to inspire and give us hope. At this time, our planet needs it most. Idea City is a place where ideas come face to face to inspire and give us hope. At this time, our planet needs it most. Idea City is a place. Everybody sing. Where ideas come face to face to inspire and give us hope. At this time, our planet needs it most. Idea City, gotta bring your ideas to life.